What happened that night in October 2007?
We were set up in an overwatch. We were watching Sec Platoon as they were going into, I don't recall the name of the village. Anyways, we that night we were exfilling down the mountain, the hilltop, and we got caught in a L-shaped ambush from approximately 20-25 insurgents from 5-10 meters away, and it opened up like a Christmas tree. It was just cyclic rate of fire, all sorts of RPGs, PKMs, AKs, and at first we got down. There was just a hellacious amount of gunfire. We got down, started returning fire, and and we knew we had a Sergeant Brennan and Sergeant Eckroad up front. We knew they were cut off from us, and we were cut off from the rest of the platoon. And so we tried making our way up to them, engaging the enemy, throwing grenades. We tried to bound up, and we were suppressed. We had to go back down and try and take some cover. And we hopped up through more grenades, more fire, and tried to move again. And again, we couldn't get out. It was an open space, and we had just been mowed down. And then we got up, moved again, or tried to move again. And at this point, it's where Sergeant Giunta just picked up and took off. And someone was told supposed to run after him. And then got up there and saw him kill insurgents. And at that point, he was starting to work on Sergeant Brennan. So.
How far, because Brennan and they were 1 and 2. How far back were you? What position?
I would say about 20 meters.
Okay. So you were like number 3 and 4?
It was it went Sergeant Brennan, and Sergeant Eckroad, then Sergeant Gallardo, then Sergeant Giunta, and then Sergeant Casey, and then myself.
And you guys have been in some firefights before this, right?
Oh yeah, been in a lot. It seemed like a daily occurrence, multiple times a day.
So it was nothing new, kind of something you knew was probably going to happen.
Yeah, it was the only thing that was new was just like how close it was. Like we'd been in close firefights before, but not from 5 meters away. But it was just, we were just doing what we were doing.
What do you
Most of the engagements in Afghanistan are far, like 800 meters. It's either, there are two extremes, either 800 meters or right up on you, generally, from my experiences. So.
What's that kind of mean to you guys?
It's surreal. Like I don't know. It still hasn't. I don't think it's really taken a hold of me. I mean, he deserves it, definitely. He definitely deserves it. And I guess this is finally, I don't know, maybe it'll shed more light on what happened, that event specifically, our deployment to the Korengal Valley, and the war in Afghanistan as a whole. That is, I don't know.
What do you think it's going to open up? What is it going to let people know back home that maybe they didn't?
I know personally, my family really doesn't know anything, so I guess that's kind of going out now. But I think it'll definitely open up a lot of eyes. I know it seemed like, especially when Iraq was still, full blown, that Afghanistan was kind of on the back burner. And when we were, on the news, it was always Iraq, Iraq, Iraq. And at that same time, we're sitting here getting into contact like this. So that I don't know. I think it'll shed more light on this situation here. I wouldn't deploy with any other unit. Like I re-enlisted after the deployment, and part of that was because I knew I was going to deploy again, and I wanted to make sure to do it with the 173rd, with 2nd Battalion, Battle Company, and specifically 1st Platoon, because I spent those 15 months living and fighting with those guys. I know how they operate, and we would do the best to keep each other safe and alive, and I wouldn't trust that with anyone else.
Why did you decide to re-enlist after everything you'd been through that first 15 months?
Honestly, a lot of it had to do with the girl I'm with now. She's an Italian. I wanted to stay with her. But like I said, a lot of it was I was going to deploy again, and I wanted to make sure that my best chances of coming back would be with this unit, with this platoon, and that's what I did. And I couldn't let the guys who were still staying here deploy again and not be with them. It wouldn't have felt right. He's an amazing person, awesome friend, awesome leader. He's always got everyone's best interest, and he's like you said, real humble, and he doesn't try and take credit where it wasn't anything like that. I don't know how to say it. He's a great guy, awesome friend, awesome leader.
So you obviously still stay in touch with him?
Yeah. I hung out with him a couple times when I was on R&R leave, mid-tour. So.
Did you ever think you'd been in a circumstance where one of those actually, came true and that you actually lived it?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. That was stuff left for the History Channel and the history books, and it's, I don't know, like I said, it's surreal. I don't know. It's just I never imagined it. Never.
Or something that he just went totally above and beyond, and what were your kind of thoughts on that looking back?
I say for the type of people that we are, we would have done it because those were our friends. He just happened to be the one to do it, and that's, I don't know. He's got a lot of nerve. So, but yeah, I think it was our friends, and he that's all he thought about. Hey, those are my friends up there, and just took off without anything about himself. Just had to help his friends.
Were you injured at all during that?
No. Some of my equipment took bullets and stuff like that, but I personally wasn't hit. Other than that, he deserves it. It's been a long time coming, and now that it's official, and we're wondering, it's it's well deserved for Sergeant Giunta. Well deserved.